Alrighty, now that we've gone through super tokens and some other areas of real time, let's find out all the great things that you can do in managing your case files. Let's go back to our real-time screen. The first thing, let's assume for a moment that we're going to have a case or a series of depositions that are going to go on for a week or 2 weeks, or you're in court and you've got a trial and it's going to go on for at least a week. Okay? First thing you want to do is, on day one, we're going to name the file. So I'm going to name this file Smith. And my case name, and these are some of the other cases I have here. So I'm going to name this case name Smith versus Logan. And I'm going to want to use a job dictionary, and in this particular instance it's going to be a case dictionary, and that dictionary will be called Edmonton. Now, what is a case dictionary versus a job dictionary? A case dictionary, when you select it here, if you do any globaling during real time, and let's say you're doing a job global, in this particular instance, if I were doing a job global, instead of my global going to my Smith job dictionary, it's going to go to my Edmonton case dictionary. And the nice thing about this, people, is tomorrow, on the second day of this case, I'm just going to select the Edmonton case dictionary again, and that dictionary will be used. So anything I've entered into it already will translate, and anything I global tomorrow will go again into my Edmonton dictionary. Now, let's connect. So I'm going to connect, and we're going to go into real time. And by jollies, I've already got a Smith file, so I'm going to overwrite it. And we're going to get in here into the screen. Remember, I'm going to open this, and I'm going to change my name before we start. And I'm going to change my second attorney. And I'm ready to roll. So, I'm starting. And so on and so forth. Now, all of a sudden, you remember you had a job dictionary you also did want to use, so that things like Smith would translate. In the old days, you had, if you forgot a job dictionary, you had to close everything out. Well, you don't have to do that anymore. If you look down at the bottom of your screen, before you start writing, this says, I believe it says real-time translation. But once you start writing, it starts giving you the percentage of untranslates and so on. If you just click here, guess what? You're right back on your real-time screen again. Now, all you need to do is find the dictionary that you need to use and drag it over here and drop it. Minimize the screen, and you're ready to go. That's all there is to it. You don't have to close out of here. At that point, it's going to start using my Easton Dictionary. The other thing you can do if you need to is you can go into your preference area and you can make changes to your preferences and so on. So I just wanted you to be aware that you do not have to get out of your real-time screen any longer. All right? Now, let's say we're finished with this job. I'm going to save the file, and I'm going to exit, and I'm now going to go up here to my cases. If you click on the case icon on your main menu, here we have Smith versus Logan. This is a case we just created. When I click the plus sign, there is the case that we just did. If I highlight it, shows me all the different segments of it, and so on. Now, if I go to the transcript area, okay, and I go down here to Smith, there it is. There's the file that we created. So now, let's take this a little bit further. I'm now going to go back into real time. And the second day of this trial is going to be called, let's say, 11/16/07. And I'm going to select my case name, which is Smith versus Logan. And I'm also going to select Edmonton again, right here. And this time I'm not going to forget, and I'm going to pick up my Easton Dictionary. Now, you notice right here it says Save Dictionary Selected. If this is a case that's going to go on for days for you, instead of you having to drag this over each and every time, you can put a check mark here, and the next day when you go in, this will be here already for you, so that you don't have to keep dragging it over every time. Now I'm going to connect again. I've already got my players selected because this is ongoing, and I'm on my way. And here we go again. So that's all there is to it. You're going to save the file again. If you're finished, save it. Once it's saved, close out of real time. Go to your cases again, go here, and right there it is. This is going to make it a lot easier for you if you start using case names, and every time you have a file under the same case name, save it to the case name. That way, when you're looking for your files, to make sure that, let's say now you have to edit something. Well, you're not sure which file to edit. You can come here. You're going to see this. You'll be able to see the day that it was created, or you can go to your transcript area. You can find it here. Was it this one I need? Was it this one I need? Was it this one I need? Whichever file it is. Oh, yep, this is the one I need to edit. Boy, I'll say. Anyway, I hope you have a grasp on using your case management and also how to set cases in real time. It's been my pleasure taking you through some of the real-time features. When we come back, I'm going to show you and talk to you about number conversion. See you shortly in the next segment.